Time has expired. Mr. Garcia.
Thank you, Chairman McClintock. The Trump administration and its loyalists in Congress continue their efforts to persecute immigrants and undermine our legal immigration system. Today, their target is temporary protective status. They are here to scapegoat and demonize people with TPS, to justify Trump and Miller's decision to send 1 million people with legal status back to countries with extreme levels of armed conflict and other conditions. As my colleagues have pointed out, many TPS recipients have lived in the U.S. for decades. They're our friends, neighbors, and community members. They contribute roughly $21 billion to our economy, and they pay over $5 billion in taxes to federal, state, and local entities. But Republicans don't care about their economic contributions or about supporting this engine of economic growth. They're committed to a xenophobic agenda that blames immigrants for every problem in society. It's the same strategy that Vice President J.D. Vance used when he lied about Haitians with TPS eating people's pets. It's the same strategy that Donald Trump uses when he refers to other nations as, quote, shithole countries, end of quote. Republicans are doing this because they have no plan on affordability, on health care, on education, on housing or public safety, or fixing our broken immigration system. Their only plan is to blame hardworking immigrants. Their assault on immigrants is fundamentally an assault on workers, and it's a continuation of the administration's anti-worker policies. The president has gutted agencies overseeing occupational safety standards, lowered the minimum wage for federal contractors, terminated Department of Labor grants that fought child labor and supported workers' rights, and stripped federal workers of their collective bargaining power. Mr. Williams, thank you for being here today and for your common sense. Can you talk about how going after lawful working immigrants like TPS recipients fits into the anti-worker agenda, and how does aggressive immigration enforcement disrupt work sites and destabilize communities?
Yeah, thank you, Congressman, and thank you for your words about the real impacts that the American workers faced. It's not the immigrant worker that our American workers should be worried about. It's corporate America who has truly exploited the broken labor laws of this country, coupled with a broken immigration system. It is probably the #1 factor, and at least in the construction industry, that has led to the decline in wages, real wages being earned, the ability to afford the communities that they live in, to be able to retire with dignity, to be able to provide health care. All of these assaults on the working class have been systematically put in place and by design, yet we don't talk about who the real people that are destroying the working class in this country. And it's corporate America's insatiable desire to want to put profits over people. And that includes immigrant workers as well. And have been unwilling victims of that system now for generations. I'm 47 years old. It's been going on my entire life.
And on the disruption of work sites?
The work sites in this country have been disrupted most recently based on these immigration raids and continue to be disrupted. Yet that you never see the person employing them put in the back of a van. You've never seen them put on TV as people that are exploiting workers. We have lost our way in the way we view this.
Do these raids at work sites make workers safer, or does it put them at risk?
Puts them at extreme risk. Listen, you can't work safely when you're worried about being targeted for removal. You know, the truth is people just won't show up to work, which we've seen in North Carolina and Florida, where you have a disproportionate amount of TPS holders, too, in the state of Florida, Texas, and New York.
Thank you so much. This administration's TPS policy is a disgrace. Congress should act and pass the American Dream and Promise Act, which would provide stability, a path to to citizenship and a boost to the economy. Thank you, and I yield back.
Mr. Knott.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think it defies common sense and logic that the